hush comes over the crowd. All rise. Commissioner Notstein, if you may lead us in a prayer and pledge of allegiance.
O Lord, giver of life and source of our freedom, we thank you for the many blessings you have given our community. We invite your presence in our meeting. We know that it is from your goodness that we have received all we have. Gracious and loving God, we understand you call us to be the stewards and the caretakers of our community. Help us serve in that role. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of preparing accurate written minutes. Recordings are overwritten following approval of the minutes, eliminating all unofficial records of these proceedings. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held March 21, 2024, noting a correction to expenditures to provide a record of loans to the general fund as follows. Loan number 1 from the operating reserve in the amount of $1 million. Loan number 1 from the parking fund in the amount of $1,500,000. Expenditure total remains the same at $5,231,656.48.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes. Are there any guests here concerning county business? Hearing none, we will move on to a proclamation here for National Public Safety Telecommunication Week.
Okay, do you want to, we'll call for a motion to adopt proclamation 2024-004, recognizing National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, April 14th through the 20th of 2024. Would you like me to read it in the record first?
Do you want to just touch on?
We'll make it official. I'll make a motion to adopt proclamation for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes. With us, we do have Gary Williams here, I think, today. Maybe Gary, you want to come up and we'll present this proclamation?
Right. While you're being seated, I'll read it in the record. Whereas National Public Safety Communications Week was instituted in 1991 by the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials International to recognize public safety telecommunicators who aid in providing 911 emergency assistance to citizens everywhere. And whereas each day thousands of people depend on the expertise and commitment of the men and women who work in public safety telecommunications to help save countless lives by responding to emergency calls, dispatching emergency professionals and equipment, and providing moral support to citizens in distress. And whereas the term 911 is associated with rapid emergency response, poise under pressure, compassion, and decision-making within seconds, provided every day during every shift by professionals who rarely receive the honor and recognition that they deserve. And whereas these dispatchers possess the skill, expertise, and commitment to help save precious lives and preserve valuable property during accidents, fires, natural disasters, and the commission of crimes. And whereas the emergency dispatchers employed by the County of Carbon, headquartered at the Carbon County Communications Center, must successfully complete a course of intensive, varied, and rigorous training to rapidly respond to calls for assistance, which often makes the difference between life and death. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Carbon County Board of Commissioners does hereby support public safety communicators both in Carbon County and nationwide, and does hereby proclaim the week of April 14, 2024 to April 20th, 2024 as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, adopted by the Carbon County Board of Commissioners this 20th day of March 2024.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir. We will
Gary,
present this.
you would, why don't you have them,
report.
give us a little bit of your report that you supply us with every year on your annual report for 2023, some of the highlights, if you will.
Sure, the call volume went up around 4,000 calls from last year. I believe it's around 126,400 calls. Incidents, police, fire, EMS went up around another 3,000, from 64 to 67,000. Guys are very busy up there, I'll say that. It's not even the amount of calls that we get, it's the severity of the calls that they're receiving as well. Just for instance, the other night in Lehighton, we're seeing a lot of more severe calls with weapons involved in domestics, fights, whatever it may be, road rage, stuff like that.
One of the things I wanted to point out, I looked back over the years at how things have changed in the communication center and where we're getting our calls. Back in 2008, we received 14,692 calls by landline. Last year, in 2023, we only got 3,826, so that number has been dwindling. Back in 2008, wireless were 16,849. Last year, wireless lines, 25,179, so you see that very, very few anymore calls are coming in by landline.
That's correct. Landline's going away, wireless is taking over, and even VoIP, and even text to 911's taken over.
Anything else you'd like to, hands out?
Does anybody have any questions for Gary? Okay, well, would like to present the proclamation? What do you
Well,
want?
no,
There you
me.
go. Sorry.
To piggyback on the text to 911, how
Yes.
is that working with the dispatchers?
Oh, very well. We have, basically, it's two apps. We use Rapid SOS and we use Prepared 911. So for instance, just a few months ago, Verizon had an issue with calls with their trunking system. A line was taken down by weather, so it affected 20 911 centers on the eastern part of Pennsylvania. We didn't have any calls coming in, but we were able to use the Rapid SOS and our Prepared 911. So we would see the call come in through Rapid, and then our dispatchers would text that caller through Prepared 911. And we got a lot of EMS calls and all kinds of incidents during that time. So even though we were down in the dark with phone calls, we still had, we were able to operate off those two systems.
Thank you.
The other thing I want to add, that possibly next week, we're looking at a memorandum of understanding with Schuylkill County to partner under the grant that Act 12 that was passed, and we did get a slight increase, but we are looking at working with them to improve our communications with Schuylkill County, not only Schuylkill County, but surrounding counties with equipment. We're applying for a over $5,324,500 grant to get 7 new consoles, the tower sites improvements, etc. And this is gonna help with our communications and in particular, preparing for the I would say, probable switch to digital systems, which will take a few years to accomplish, but it gives us that capability. The other issue we run into is our responders going into other counties and unable to communicate with the other departments, you know, all the surrounding counties. Most fire departments in the county do go elsewhere, out of county many times, so it's a problem. The West Penn fire just over a year ago where we lost 2 firefighters. You had 3 different counties, 3 different communication systems, and a lack of interconnectability. So this is all working towards the end goal of better communications and safety for fire, police, EMS, etc.
And just to add on that, we're gonna look to go digital, we're gonna keep our current conventional analog, just not to scare our responders. That'll still be in operation until everybody gets their radios in order, because it's gonna be expensive. So we're gonna set up a plan, maybe a 3, 5, or 7 year with our fire, police, and EMS to get switched over, but at least the county will be in good shape with the grant as well.
That comes out of that 15% interconnectivity fund that everyone can apply for.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, well, you wanna present the proclamation, Bud? You're our liaison, come on up.
That way.
Let him come around.
All right. got at least their age.
Let me make it easy for you folks.
Yeah, make it easy for Wayne.
You know, on behalf of the county, I want to thank the dispatchers for their professionalism. I know we get a lot of complaints a lot of times, because there's always two sides to the story, and with what they do, and they get some difficult situations, stressful situations where they're being called to maybe their own residents at times, or for family members that are have an issue and need 911. As well as the other thing we didn't mention, how many pictures do we have up there that verbally assisted through dispatching on delivery of babies?
We have around 3 baby deliveries,
Yeah.
and we have 5 saving lives, CPR that save lives, given over the phone.
So they are busy, it gets extremely busy at times, it can be very slow, and just like that, things can change in a moment, so. But thank all the dispatchers for everything they do and helping keep our public or our responders safe.
Thank you.
Very
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You need better than that. Okay.
The next item is the opening of bids for the number 2 fuel oil and off-road diesel fuel delivery. We have one bid, and that's from K&K Oil of Lehighton, Pennsylvania. I will refer this part to the solicitor. Let's see what's- Okay, fingers don't wanna work today. Can't get it. Okay, you can look at that. On good sheet. Okay, their proposed fixed cost of overhead profit per gallon is 29 cents per gallon. On this sheet.
Okay, it looks like they also have some proposed alternates. We have the 1 year at 29 cents per gallon. They said if the county is interested in a longer bid, they would propose 2 years at 28 cents per gallon, 3 years at 27 cents per gallon, 4 years at 26 cents per gallon, or 5 years at 25 cents per gallon. If the county elects a 3-year contract, they would deliver at 27 cents per gallon, and believe in the past 5 years was the max renewal. And just 1 moment. Oh, okay.
There's nothing on it.
I would make a motion to table the bids, 1 week for discussion and decide which alternate we may decide to take, so. I think a week is enough time, so.
I will second that.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The next item is the report of executive sessions held.
There were none?
Department reports. The budget transfers for 2023 and 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
There are no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures, approval of payroll check numbers 75779 through 75803, and direct deposit check numbers 6062992 through 6063417 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $659,922.09. This is the payroll dated March 22nd, 2024.
Motion to approve the expenditures.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 242444 through 242571 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $1,050,319.29.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes. We'll recess the commissioners' meeting at this time to discuss salary board. Are there any guests concerning salary board business here?
The report of executive sessions held.
There was held on March 22nd, 2024 at 11 a.m. Obviously, it was to discuss personnel.
The next item is Prothanotary. Mrs. Semmel?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to make a motion to establish the position of 1 second deputy trainee at $15.05 per hour, grade 4, step A, effective March 28th, 2024.
Second.
Mrs. Semmel?
Yes.
Mrs. Herman?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd also like to make a motion to establish the position of 1 clerk/PFAD coordinator trainee at $14.33 per hour, grade 3, step A, effective March 28th, 2024.
Second.
Mrs. Semmel?
Yes.
Mrs. Herman?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Is there any other business concerning salary board? That concludes the salary board meeting. Back into the commissioners' meeting.
Next item is the personnel report for county departments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Motion to approve.
Mr.
Second.
Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Courts, for approval and execution, submission of a grant application for funding from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for 2024-2025 Justice Assistance Grant Local Initiatives Funding. The grant funds will be used to hire a certified recovery specialist and a part-time sentencing guideline technician. The program will focus on the utilization of evidence-based decision-making during bail and sentencing decisions. This is a 2-year grant totaling $250,000 to the treatment court.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any comments at this time?
Yes, Judge Matee, I'm here on behalf of Drug Court and Tammy Rucker. I just wanted to thank the commissioners. I feel that this is a step in the right direction. I feel that we are going to be able to meet more people where they're at and get them out of the jails and into programs and treatment. And through that, have some really good community members that go back out, and we see those efforts now. We will be graduating the most that we have since 2019. In May, we'll have a graduating class of 8. And while that's great, I think that we're missing some people and there's a gap. So I think this position through this grant is going to allow us to really outreach a bit more. So thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Okay, Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Courts, for approval and execution, requests from Court Information Technology to consolidate all court Zoom licenses for 7 Zoom 1 Pro Annual at a cost of $149.90 each. So now it will be 1 Zoom room's annual cost of $499 and 2-room two-room connector at an annual cost of $499 each, for a total of $2,546.30.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Planning and Development, for ratification, submission of an application for funding in the amount of $250,000 through the Department of Community and Economic Development for demolition condemned and abandoned properties in the county.
Motion to approve.
Second. Just comment on this. This is a grant that we are receiving through Senator Dave Argle's office. And it'll be an account that'll be established with guidelines and that have been set forth. But it is for demolishing abandoned properties. That you may call vote?
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
CDBG Lehighton Borough for approval and execution disbursement agreement between Northeast Industrial Services Corporation, the project contractor of Shamokin, Pennsylvania, and Great Horn Financial Services LLC, the agent, relative to Lehighton Borough clearance and demolition, 135-139 North First Street. This for fiscal years 2020, 21, and 22.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
A purchase and service agreement for approval and execution. A purchase and service agreement with Edwards Business Systems of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania for a Konica Minolta BizHub copier and fax at a total cost of $5,061.13, .00515 for black and white per copy and .04140 color copy billed quarterly, located in the Veterans Affairs Office. Maintenance will be fixed for the first 3 years with a 5% increase each year thereafter. This is CoStar's number 001E23095.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The Solicitor's Report?
Thank you. We have 2 banner requests, and since you let me do it last time, I'll just ask for a motion to approve those banner requests as listed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Under the courthouse renovation project, seeking a motion for ratification of a proposal from Premier Environments of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for furnishings for the clerk of court's office at a total cost of $91,707.55. This is under CoStar's contracts 159 and 035-E23-198 NPA state contract number 4400025711.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Next, seeking a motion to adopt Proclamation 2024-005, proclamation designating the month of April 2024 as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Read it? Okay, I'll just briefly read it into the record here.
No, that's okay. You're good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Copies
Take it as read.
available.
There's copies available.
Very well. And under tax assessment, seeking a motion for approval and payment of a refund of county real estate taxes to Scott M. Wolf and April L. Fisher, property in Summit Hill Borough. It's parcel 123B-53-K16 for a refund due to a court stipulation decreasing the assessment from $44,903 to $42,597, resulting in a net decrease of $2,306. And that will result in a total refund of $28.25.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Nothing further for the solicitor's report.
Any further business?
I have none at this time.
Okay. Commissioners' reports, Mr. Notstein.
I just want to wish everyone a happy Easter weekend. Be safe. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all I have.
Mr. Sotando.
Happy Easter, everyone, and we'll see you all next week. Have a safe Easter. Thank you. Anything further? Meeting adjourned. Okay, we'll go to the back. Mr. Penn State, you're up first.
Talk about the grant for the drug treatment court, like what would that do and how will that, I guess, help the program out?
Provide more services in the jail and trying to get this services to the individual that need them, whether it be placement or whatever programs we can get them into. Basically, I wish we would have asked Tammy what for the details, and she can certainly give you a lot more better details than I can.
Well, I think in the motion, it basically, it states where there's 2 positions that will be funded through that program, 2 positions that would be needed here in Carbon County that we currently do not have, and that adds to that, and that comes through a grant application. So while grants are always funded through taxpayers, it's not coming directly out of our general fund.
And then with the dispute agreement between Northeast Industrial Services with the demolition, does that kind of speed up the process of the demolition for 135 and 139 North First Street?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's moving along now, finally.
Do you know approximately when it's gonna start?
I do not. I think all the paperwork is signed now, Agreewell, maybe the borough has to approve this yet, I'm not sure, but closer, a lot closer.
It all comes down to bonding.
And then the last thing I have is we heard there possibly another death last night in Tent City. Are you able, anybody hear about that or anything?
I have no confirmation of that.
Okay, they just asked me to
Recently,
ask.
I have not heard anything.
Okay. All right, that's all I have, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you. Amy?
Good morning. With regards to the demolition Blake funding, you just want to confirm, you said that guidelines are going to be set up on how municipalities can utilize that?
Yes. And what it is it was a grant that Senator Argle's office had applied for, and we're gonna get a lump sum, that amount of money, and then how the county is going to use to disperse that, we have to basically come up with those guidelines, whether you'll be able to apply for a percentage of it, a matching percentage, or whatnot. But what is nice for the municipalities out there that are experiencing the blight, there is going to be funding made available. It's just
it does,
exactly how.
it is making it is easier now, at least for this grant, to set up the rules and be more fluid for us and what our decisions are gonna be. Not as many stipulations, we better control over where the funds go.
Okay. So then for fighting blight, you'll have this, you'll have the $15 on the deeds, and then I know you have the whole home program. Where is that standing right now?
Well, there's 5, well, no, that's just under repairs right now. I think we have 5 coming up in the future that they're working on to go out to bids, et cetera. So they're working on that. We haven't used any of the other fees yet for the $15 or the fund from recorder deeds.
Okay, there's, all right. Yes and no. in some- Wayne's right on some, and I guess when you get to the county, there's program out there to rehabilitate some homes, and that's a different program. So that program, we can apply up to $12,000 through county, and that basically takes care of like doors, windows, or if you try to bundle some stuff. That's one program. Okay, then there's another one where you can apply up to $50,000.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, that's the one you're talking about. And that one there is in the chute, but obviously the homeowners have to apply for that, and that is available, and there's stipulations on that grant also that are set forth by,
But for that, they have to go to the municipalities and
Correct.
apply.
so the county doesn't have, goes through the homeowner to the municipality to the county. So there's, where this grant here will be directly to the county through the municipality.
Okay.
So.
Thank you very much. That's all I have then. Happy Easter.
Wow. Anything else?
Done.
Thank you all. Safe trip home.